or housewarming, one thing without which any celebration is incomplete is a cake. And if it's a chocolate cake, it's even better. Hello and welcome to Flavors of Happiness. I'm Rohini and today I'm sharing the recipe of a chocolate overload layered cake with whipped cream and chocolate buttercream frosting topped with chocolate chips. Quite a mouthful, isn't it? Let's take a look at the recipe.
To make chocolate overload layered cake, take two 6 inches baking mold. I've already greased them with oil and sprinkled some all-purpose flour on them. Now line the baking molds with parchment paper and keep them aside. Start preheating your oven to 150 degrees Celsius. Now take a large bowl and a sieve and add 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. Sift it and add 3/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. Sift it and add 1 1/2 cups of granulated sugar which I have already powdered. 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Sift all the ingredients and whisk the mixture until combined. Keep it aside. Now we will prepare the wet mixture. So take a bowl and add 2 eggs at room temperature, half cup of odorless refined oil, 1 cup of buttermilk at room temperature and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Whisk the mixture until combined. You can also use a hand whisk to whisk this. Our wet mixture is ready. Now add the wet mixture into the dry mixture, little at a time, and whisk gently. Scrape the sides in between and whisk again. Now add 1 cup of hot water into the mixture. Whisk the batter till you get this kind of a thin homogeneous mixture towards the end. Do not overmix. Our cake batter is ready now. Transfer the batter equally in the previously prepared cake molds and bake them in the preheated oven for 35 to 37 minutes. While the cakes are baking, we will prepare the chocolate buttercream frosting. So add 200 grams of unsalted butter at room temperature in a bowl. Whisk it with a hand mixer at low speed for about 3 to 4 minutes. Do not try to whisk it with a manual whisk as it will not yield the desired result. Once the butter starts changing color to white, increase the speed and whisk it for 2 to 3 minutes. Now add 1 cup of granulated sugar which I have already powdered and 3/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. Mix it well with a spatula and whisk it once at low speed for a minute. Then add 3 tablespoons of milk and whisk for a minute. Again add 2 tablespoons of milk. Whisk the mixture and add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and a pinch of salt. Lastly, whisk at high speed for 2 minutes. Our chocolate buttercream frosting is ready. Refrigerate it for 5 minutes. Now we will prepare the whipped cream. So take a large bowl and fill 1/3 of it with ice cold water. Place another bowl which I had kept in the refrigerator for half an hour along with the whisks on top of it. Now add 1 1/2 cups of whipping cream powder. Add 4 tablespoons of chilled water. Start whipping the cream with a hand mixer at low speed. Add 4 tablespoons of chilled water again and keep whisking it for about 3 to 4 minutes at low speed. Then increase the speed and whisk till you get soft peaks like this towards the end. It should take you around 7 minutes of whisking in total to prepare the whipped cream. Our cakes are done and have cooled down for 15 minutes. Now let's unmold them. Run a knife through the edges. Place a wide rack on top of the cake. Turn the cake upside down. Tap it a couple of times. Then slowly lift the cake mold and remove the parchment paper. Unmold the other cake in similar fashion and refrigerate both the cakes for half an hour before frosting. Now we will apply the first layer of frosting. So take one cake and apply the prepared whipped cream on top of it. I am going to apply it with a piping bag as I find that easier. You can use any nozzle you want as we are not making any designs right now. Alternatively, you can also use a spatula to apply the cream. Start applying the cream from the center, gradually moving towards the edges. Our first layer of frosting is complete. Now carefully place the other cake on top of the frosted cake. Apply some sugar syrup on top of the cake as well as on the sides. It helps in keeping the cake moist. Now add some of the prepared chocolate buttercream frosting. Spread it evenly with the help of a spatula. Cover the sides as well. Refrigerate the cake for 20 minutes so that the frosting sets properly. With the leftover whipped cream, I am going to make some basic design. I am using the closed star nozzle. Lastly, to complete the look, add some chocolate chips in the center and we are done. Chocolate overload layered cake topped with chocolate chips is ready to be served. I cannot wait to grab my bite. See you all soon. Bye bye.